Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Now, when Netflix decided to pump out this He-Man content, they said there were going to be three things, one of which is already out, which is the Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is from Kevin Smith, which I have coverage on here if you want to check that out. The second is this He-Man and the Masters of the Universe animated series that is very much for kids. Now, let's dive into my spoiler-free review for this series for season 1. There are 10 episodes, and before we really get into it, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Okay, guys, let's talk about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay, so I need to say very clearly, this is not your He-Man. This is an updated, almost a complete reboot of the He-Man show. So it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, yes. And He-Man is at the forefront, yes. He-Man is a major character, yes. There are many characters that are the same, of course, yes. But they are not the same, okay? So like, Teela is a magic user, a very powerful magic user. She's actually my oldest daughter's favorite character in the show. She's actually really, really cool and fun. Skeletor as well. Let's just say not at all what you would expect. It actually takes a while to even get to him through the series, and it's another character that turns into this character, so to speak. So, which is a very interesting take on it. Orko is a robot. I mean, Crinder's a different, and Adam, even He-Man and Adam are different. So this is basically the plot of the season, which we get in the very first episode, okay? Adam is living with the Tiger Tribe. He's not an Eternia. He doesn't know that he's a ruler. He has no clue he's of royal blood. He knows that he was abandoned as a young boy, which he has no memories of his prior life when he was a child. He wears this cuff that he always had, and he has this dream and hope that his parents or someone from his family will eventually come looking for him. Again, he lives with this tiger tribe, which of course is Crinder, and then all these little pups and other tigers. There's some other humans involved as well. Very interesting other like abandoned humans, right? And Teela is somewhere else, magic user, searching for artifacts of Grayskull. Comes across the Power Sword. Power Sword tells her, go find the champion, okay? So, of course, as soon as she ends up crossing paths with Adam and he picks up the Power Sword, he becomes He-Man, which they actually spend quite a time trying to figure out what to call him. It's actually kind of a funny exchange. Now, I will say the animation style is very reminiscent of Skylander or like the newer Troll Hunters and Wizards, really. I found it to be, I enjoyed it. I think it looks very pretty. It's fun to watch. It's bright. It's bold. My daughters, who are 8 and 10, they loved this series. They dove in and were captivated right from the start, which is really who this is made for. It's definitely for kids. This is to introduce them to He-Man, perhaps if they had not seen other versions of He-Man, and it's basically taking this much of He-Man and all the rest of it is new. I mean, there's so much that is different about this series from previous series that you just need to go in it going, this is not my He-Man. This is He-Man for future generations and for the current generation. Like, it is so different. There's so much technology involved that these characters have. And like I said, they like full on look like they're from Skylander. Some of them do. I mean, it's crazy, guys. They've got like robotic stuff and insane technology and magic. So much magic, but like, which we've had before, of course. But like, we haven't really had Teela be a full on magic user, which is very interesting. Evelyn, who's obviously Evelyn, is as well. We've got all like the same characters. They're just very much different, okay? Duncan is one of my favorites. I think he's going to steal everyone's heart. And I will say, watching this with my children has allowed me to see it through their eyes and see what they would enjoy. I think as an adult sitting watching this by myself, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it, at least not to the extent that I did. I was having a good time with it. That said, those of you who grew up on the original He-Man and are looking for something that is very reminiscent of that, you're not going to find it here. This is very much a reboot. It's very different. It's an interesting plot. I love the evolution of the story arc. From beginning to end of this season. I found it to be very entertaining and captivating. A great story with great lessons, right? About your chosen family versus your blood family, you know? Friendship and the power of friendship. And that is really what this is all about. It is very much messages for children hidden in a He-Man cartoon. Like, that's what it is. So if you're looking for that nostalgia, you're probably not going to get it. Do I think that fans who didn't like Revelations will like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Maybe. If they go into it not wanting the cartoon they got when they were kids. Don't come into this looking for the nostalgia, because that's not there. Maybe just a little bit, but this is very much a different story. It's very much upgraded and different kind of for, like I said, the children and the generation of today. So if you have kids, allow them to watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and just enjoy it for what it is. Maybe watch it with them. See if you can enjoy it as well. It is fun. It is entertaining. It's a great story arc. It's got some interesting lessons, some good lessons for children, some good lessons to learn. There's some fun action. I think the animation is good. It's very much a Skylanders or Troll Hunters Wizards type show. Kind of give me that vibes, which is good. I mean, I like the overall story. I do. It's just, this literally could have been another story, and they could have given names to other people, and it would have been like, you would have been like, oh, that's kind of a He-Man ripoff. But like, it could definitely not be He-Man, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And I do hope you guys check it out on Netflix September 16th, you guys. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comments after you do, and be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Like I said, this is very much for kids. Kids are going to love this. Kids are going to eat this up. I mean, my children were glued to the screen. It was one of those where one episode ended, they were ready for the next, and it's a great overall arc. I had fun with it, but you can't go into this expecting it to be a full-on He-Man cartoon, and you can't go into it expecting it to be for adults, because it's very much for children and families. It's fun, it's entertaining, but I don't think many adults are going to sit down by themselves and enjoy it. They might, and I hope they do. I just didn't get those vibes. It's coming to Netflix September 16th. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.